called Up, Up and Away, and it's by Tom McLaughlin. Orson was the kind of boy who loved to make things. And today, he was going to make something extraordinary. It would be his greatest challenge yet. A planet. Orson, being an organised fellow, first gathered together everything he was going to need. A cupful of rocks, a splosh of water, a few chunks of metal, and since everyone knows that you need lots of empty space for a planet, he gathered as much nothingness as he could. Now, all he needed was a big bang, which turned out to be much easier to find than Orson had imagined. Boom! There it was, a tiny planet with rings around it. Right there, swirling around his bedroom. Orson loved his planet, but his planet didn't look very happy. It seemed to Orson that building a planet was the easy bit. Looking after it, well, that was a very different matter altogether. He tried to cheer it up, but it still looked a bit under the weather. Orson needed some help, so he headed off to his favourite place and found every book on planets. He read all through the night. So, every day, Orson fed it. He dusted its craters and tidied its oceans. And it worked. His planet seemed happy. And it began to grow. Each morning, it was a little bigger. Soon, it had moons. And the more Orson cared for his planet, the bigger and happier it became. And that was when things started to get a little tricky. His planet seemed to attract all sorts of things. First, it was just a few spoons and the odd unicycle. But soon, everything wanted to join in. You see, Orson hadn't realised the bigger planets get, the more things get stuck to them. And that night, Orson went to bed feeling as sad as his planet. The next morning, Orson realised he'd have to do something brave. His planet didn't belong with him. His planet belonged among the stars. And although it was hard, Orson knew that he was doing the right thing. You see, sometimes you have to let go of the things that you love the most. But Orson wasn't sad for long, because Orson is a boy who loves to make things, and another idea had just landed in his head.